Hold on, let me share this shit. Let me share this shit. Oh, I should have muted the tab. Big shares. Okay. Someone very handsome shared the stream. All right. Welcome everyone to my show. It's my show, I guess. I have a show. You know, I'm just gonna call it my show. It's not really a show. It's a live stream that no one watches, but it's my show, and welcome to it. I hope you enjoy it. That share, yeah, that share is very handsome. So, all right, so we got some funny stuff. I'm having a little bit of trouble deciding what I want to talk about first. What do I have first in the stream title? Oh, Matt Gaetz. Well, I'm gonna save the Matt Gaetz stuff for last, just because that shit is so wild. We could talk about. I'm gonna talk about Baltimore County first. Some local news. Get it out the way first. Let's talk about Baltimore County. Oh, let me fucking. There we go. So, Baltimore County wants to expand affordable housing. Advocates say they still face significant obstacles. One affordable housing proposal in Pikesville was thwarted last year when the Baltimore County Council rejected a zoning request. Another in Towson won approval from an administrative law judge this March after months of controversy, but the approval was soon appealed by neighbors, naturally. Nobody wants to live near poor people. Nobody wants to live near black people. That's pretty much how that works. Really quick though, I gotta do something. Because it's somehow become wrong and I have to fix it. We bike. Oh, you know we bike. There we go. That's fixed. So, surprise, surprise. People in the county don't want to live near poor people or black people. They don't want poor people or black people moving into the county. It's not what they like. They would prefer to keep the county nice and upper middle class, or what they think is upper middle class, because there's really no such thing as the middle class. But there's that. Let's talk about Biden wanting to tax the rich. Let's check this out really quick. Biden wants to raise $1.5 trillion by taxing the rich. Here's how. So, if you don't know, I'm going to let you guys know a little secret. Ready? I'm going to let you, it's going to be so you got to listen real close because it's going to be a secret. All right. Let me take a sip of this drink first so I can wet my whistle, and I'm going to tell you the secret. All right. So, you ready for the secret? Ready to know why this is bullshit? Rich people don't pay taxes. Oh no. That's the secret. That's the secret. Rich people don't pay taxes. So I don't know how you could raise taxes that rich people already don't pay. I'm guessing it's going to be more taxes on that upper middle class I was just telling you about. But yep. It's like we forgot the Panama Papers. Yeah. Yeah. The secret that everybody knows. Yeah. The richest 1% of taxpayers who have an average income of $2.2 million would shoulder the burden of the tax hike, according to an analysis published by the Institute on Taxation and Economic Policy. 2/3 of this group would see their taxes increase by an average $159,000 a year, according to the analysis. Of course, the proposal faces headwinds in Congress. Passage isn't guaranteed, and parts of the plan may change. So there you have it, folks. Absolutely nothing. Complete and total diddly squat. In other words, fuck all. So there's that. That's cool. That's very nice and well and good. A little bit of world news, just some light world news. Brazil tops 400,000 virus deaths amid fears of a renewed surge. So, Brazil catching up with America and their goofatry and just trying to kill all of their fucking citizens, all their poor citizens. So that's cool. Oh, let's check this out. Surprise, surprise. Amazon stock spikes after they fucking teabagged the union. Who'd have thunk that uber rich fucking capitalists would come to squeeze blood from a stone after the workers' attempt to actually organize themselves gets completely and totally fucking destroyed. Interesting. Yo, what's up, Urameshi? So yeah, that shouldn't surprise anyone that let me put it to you this way. When you know that a company has heavily exploitable labor, you know that that company stands to continue to profit. So, yeah, why would a company that has a union, why would their stock go up? Their fucking workers are just going to demand shit. So, that's well and good. All right, now we're getting up to the co-headliner in terms of news headlines. We're going to talk about the Matt Gaetz stuff last, but I wanted to talk about this yesterday and I was too lazy, so we're going to talk about it now because it's kind of funny. Yo, what up, Trey? So, Rudy Giuliani claims crooked feds raided his NYC home because they're jealous of him, which is that's pretty fucking wild. At least he didn't say that they are trying to extort him. So, let's read this because this sounds too lolsy. Rudy Giuliani sure thinks highly of himself, of course. The beleaguered ex-mayor claimed Thursday that federal investigators only raided his Manhattan apartment and office this week because they're jealous of his erstwhile career as a prosecutor and cooked up a garbage case against him to smear his name. Jealous of his hair dye game? Oh, you know it. They're jealous of that Beijing job, of course. Giuliani, who served as the U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York in the 1980s, unloaded on the feds in an appearance on his namesake radio show, his first public comments since FBI agents stormed his Upper East Side home and Midtown law firm at dawn Wednesday. I didn't even realize he had his own show. That's how fucking irrelevant this genius is. I've done your job longer and much better than you have. You people have any convictions like I had when I was U.S. Attorney? You haven't had a person like me in the U.S. Attorney's office since I left. No wonder you're jealous, Giuliani said on 77 WABC. Wild. His voice rising, Giuliani compared the feds investigating him to some of the high-profile criminals he prosecuted as U.S. Attorney. I've been fighting crooks all my life. I'm fighting crooks again. The only tragedy of it is they have titles from the government, but they are a disgrace. They are a complete disgrace to the office that I distinguish, said Giuliani, who still serves as the personal attorney for former President Donald Trump. Did they get any Milkins or Boskis or the 5 families of the mafia or 2 Nazis that I sent out of the country? Huh? They get threatened with getting killed by the mafia, the Colombian cartel wanting to cut my throat? What have they done, he continued. Nothing, except come after me at 6 o'clock in the morning with a piece of nonsense. No wonder they're jealous. I mean, it's just ridiculous. This man is mad. He is heated. Numbers guy, he rambles on forever. It seems like it. It seems like I want to check this out. This is prime for some content. It seems fucking hilarious. A spokesman for the Southern District declined to comment. Yeah, why would you comment on that? The Manhattan feds, operating out of the same downtown office once led by Giuliani, are investigating the former mayor over allegations that he committed foreign agent crimes by lobbying the Trump administration on behalf of Ukrainian government officials and oligarchs in 2019 without proper registration. Yikes, my man was chasing a bag, but he went out of bounds. It's unknown if the investigation extends beyond alleged lobbying violations, and Giuliani has not formally been accused of any wrongdoing. But the feds ramped up the probe significantly this week, seizing cell phones and computers at Giuliani's pads and executing other search warrants on some of his associates who worked with him on Ukraine efforts. Alongside his alleged lobbying transgressions, Giuliani was in Ukraine digging for politically compromising material on then presidential candidate Joe Biden, a shady effort undertaken at Trump's discretion that triggered the former president's first impeachment. So I should also point out here that oppositional information is something that both sides do. Digging for politically compromising material on your opponent is so insanely common that it's weird to me that it's one of those things that partisan people try to bring up to like fucking I don't know what you would call it, to smear the other side with. So Republicans will be like, oh my god, Hillary Clinton was using the fucking Cloudflare or whatever the fuck to try and get dirt on Donald Trump. Meanwhile, Donald Trump is literally sending agents to other countries on his behalf to fucking find shit out about his political opponents. But anyway, in addition to accusing prosecute vibe politics, yes, Giuliani got mad that his own show posted a disclaimer about his show prior to it airing. That's fucking hilarious. Go red, go blue. Yeah, I prefer to go red. I'm more of a red and black kind of guy. Maybe a little green, but Anyway, in addition to accusing prosecutors of jealousy, Giuliani suggested on his radio show that they are going after him because they're salty over his smear campaign against Biden. I didn't collude with any Ukrainians. I was there as a lawyer, he said. They don't care because they're a bunch of liberals and they want to get rid of Trump. What they're doing to me as a lawyer is unconscionable. I was representing my client when I did this. I wasn't representing any Ukrainians. I was representing Donald J. Trump. I think that's why they're investigating you, my guy. I don't know if you... wild. You heard Republicans are smarter but richer? Nah, you heard wrong. Republicans are... And it's not even an unfair assessment because Republican politicians, so if you don't know anything about politics, just a quick and dirty, because I know you're pretty young. So Republicans will masquerade as the working class party. They masquerade all the time about how much smarter they are than everyone else, but they say the dumbest shit. Objectively the dumbest possible shit. Republicans are the anti-maskers. Republicans are the climate change deniers. Republicans are literally wrong on the wrong side of every imaginable issue at all times. But the game that they play is they play the common sense game, right? Where they will not back any of the things that they say with any actual information, any actual science. They just depend on other Republicans thinking the same thing and using that intuition to be like, yeah, of course that's true. I'm not going to question it, have never questioned it, but this other Republican is saying it, so therefore it must be true. And anyone who questions it's got to be a libtard or whatever. There's a reason Ben Shapiro doesn't take calls on his show. There's a reason that Crowder debates college kids. Oh, yeah, of course. There's a reason why fucking Boo Boo Bennett just blindsides people. At least Boo Boo Bennett has started more discerning, picking out people that she wants to interview that she will know actually agree with her. Because that's the thing is Caitlyn Bennett is so fucking stupid. An average fucking gray name, an average ass NPC, will fucking teabag her dumbass talking points. But the Democrats are dumb, not as dumb as the Republicans though. They want more for the poor, but not really. They use programs for the poor as bargaining chips to get them elected so they have power, so that they can make more money. Because that's what it's really all about at the end of the day, is personal enrichment, because power corrupts and absolute power corrupts absolutely. So your main, first of all, as a politician, your number one goal is what? Is it to help people? No, your number one goal is to get elected, right? And then once you get elected, you are then beholden to the people that got you elected, right? Somebody fronted you $50,000 for your campaign, you get elected. When they call, you're going to answer the phone, right? That's just kind of how it works. So I'm red because I'm a communist. I thought it was. I know the jokes aren't funny when you have to explain them, but that was the joke. It's the red and the black comes from anarcho-communism, and the green because Africa and stuff. But let's talk about this Matt Gaetz stuff. If you have any questions about that, I can elaborate on that further. But I'm like literally a communist, which is why it's always so fucking funny when I talk shit about liberals and Republicans and like boomers and fucking chuds and shit come in here and they think that I'm one of them. Cause then their fucking like eyes blow out of their fucking, like their brain explodes. Like, call me. He's a damn pinko. Call me libtard. Because everyone to the left of Ronald Reagan is simultaneously a communist, socialist, liberal, fucking Nazi to Republicans. Communism is bad, right? No, communism is not bad. They want you to think that communism is bad so that you'll continue to, you don't know what's good or bad. Oh, that's cool. We could talk about that after I read this article really quick. I'll talk some more about like communism and what it actually means and like propaganda and that sort of stuff. And it's cool. I'm not here to judge you or anything. Like, I know you're young vibe. So like politics is like high key politics is fucking boring. You know what I mean? But here's the two things. You've probably had these two thoughts because I was just thinking about this earlier. You've probably, I don't know if you like when you were a kid. Well, that's a little bit too far gone. I'll ask you this. If you've ever wished that you could just like clone yourself or make a machine that will like go to school for you and like do all your schoolwork and all your homework for you so that you would have more time to like draw or play sports or play video games or hang out with your friends or whatever it is you want to do, that is literally communism. That itself is communism. And capitalism is when if you actually invented that machine or cloned yourself to do that, you become irrelevant and you got to live on the street now and you got to starve to death because the only way for you to have value is to work, is to provide labor for someone else, right? And that labor has to be undervalued. You have to do $50 worth of labor so that your boss can pay you $20 and pocket the other $30, right? And if you invent that machine or you clone yourself, well, then the boss is just going to pocket all $50. So anyway, let's talk about Matt Gaetz paying for sex because that apparently happened. Communism means you don't have to do shit? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. New immigrants to the States can be barred admission if they were a member of the Communist Party. The U.S. is still at an institutional level fighting communism. Oh, of course. You just want to play Rocket League? Yeah. I mean, we can talk about it after. Let me read this really quick and then I'll do the memes. We can get into the memes after I read this news because I know there's people in here that are like waiting for me to fucking just get on with it. But okay. We got exactly what we were expecting to happen. Joel Greenberg snitching on Matt Gaetz. Out here singing, telling, you know what I'm saying? Out here just dropping the good old 10 cents, the 10 pennies, singing like Usher Raymond. Man was snitching. A confession letter written by Joel Greenberg in the final months of the Trump presidency claims that he and close associate Representative Matt Gaetz paid for sex with multiple women, as well as a girl who was 17 at the time. Oh boy. Holy shit. On more than one occasion, this individual was involved in sexual activities with several of the other girls, the congressman from Florida's 1st Congressional District, and myself, Greenberg wrote in reference to the 17-year-old. From time to time, gas money or gifts, rent or partial tuition payments were made to several of these girls, including the individual who was not yet 18. I did see the acts occur firsthand, and Venmo transactions, Cash App, or other payments were made to these girls on behalf of the congressman. Yep. The letter, which the Daily Beast recently obtained, was written after Greenberg asked Roger Stone to help him secure a pardon from then-President Donald Trump. Yes, this is awful and fucking terrible, and Like you pretty much nailed it. It's depressingly unsurprising. Like as soon as we like this man told on himself the night he went on Tucker Carlson and was talking about extortion this and political witch hunt that. I was like, oh, okay, he fucked a 17-year-old girl. Not only did he fuck a 17-year-old girl, he paid money to a 17-year-old girl to fuck. Where do they find these unsupervised children? So here's the thing. Here's the unfortunate truth about a lot of this shit is that I don't know if you watched any of the R. Kelly shit or if you've watched like heard anything about Michael Jackson or really just like any of the shit with like rich and powerful people who fuck kids. That a lot of the time the circumstances that those kids and their parents are in will make them like the I'm not saying that like the parents literally sell their children like here fuck my kid, you know what I mean, but the parents will be like, oh, this rich and powerful person wants to mentor my child, right? That's what a lot of the people with R. Kelly thought, right? Was that, oh, here's this rich and famous singer who will give my daughter singing lessons, I guess. But turns out, whole tea, they're just fucking them. And then once you're already waist deep and this person's already changed your entire lifestyle, you know what I'm saying? You're living paycheck to paycheck and now suddenly you have disposable income because this rich and powerful person is just throwing money at you that you can actually save and do some shit with now. Like, Q was unsurprisingly silent about this because Gaetz doesn't have a D next to his name. Oh, of course. Yeah. That was always the funny part was that we always knew that the hashtag save the children people were going to be crickets when it comes to Matt Gaetz. They're going to completely fucking, matter of fact, they'll defend Matt Gaetz. That's when it's going to get wild, is that even when the evidence comes out, they're still going to say it's some kind of Democrat conspiracy and the radical left, liberal, communist, socialist Nazis are trying to make everybody wear masks and get fucked in a booty hole by trans women and fucking, I don't know. Republicans, the conservatives are the craziest fucking people on the planet. They really are. But in late 2020, Greenberg was out of jail and in communication with Stone. A series of private messages between the two, also recently obtained by the Daily Beast, shows a number of exchanges between Greenberg and Stone conducted over the encrypted messaging app Signal, with communications set to disappear. However, Greenberg appears to have taken screenshots of a number of their conversations. Oh my God. The receipts. Call this man Joel Greenberg the fucking accountant because he has the receipts. He has kept the receipts. They are on file. He will be using them as leverage to alleviate his own sentencing. He is a snitch. The only thing that white people love more than killing black people is snitching on each other. So, if I get you $250,000 in Bitcoin, would that help, or is this not a financial matter? Greenberg wrote to Stone. This man was trying to pay for pardons. Wild! You don't like it? I know, vibe. I'm exaggerating. Not hashtag not all white people. Oh, excuse me. The real satanic pedophile Hillary Clinton has planted evidence and used kids from Comet Pizza to entrap the strong patriot Matt Gaetz. Oh yeah, of course, numbers guy. Of course. I understand all this and have taken into consideration, Stone replied. I will know more in the next 24 hours. I cannot push too hard because of the nonsense surrounding pardons. I hope you're prepared to wire me $250,000 because I am feeling confident, Stone wrote to Greenberg on January 13th. Whoa! In a text message to the Daily Beast, Stone said that Greenberg had tried to hire him to assist with a pardon, but he denied asking for or receiving payment or interceding on his behalf. He did, however, confirm he had Greenberg prepare a document explaining his prosecution. While this man, Joel Greenberg, is snitching on everyone. They know he paid me to pay the girls and that he and I both had sex with the girl who was underage. Yikes, tag team, back again. Oh my goodness. In the private text messages, Greenberg described his activities with Gaetz, repeatedly referring to the congressman by his initials, MG or as Matt. My lawyers that I fired know the whole story about MG's involvement, Greenberg wrote to Stone on December 21st. They know he paid me to pay the girls and that he and I both had sex with a girl who was underage. As part of the... Oh my God. I just gotta... I'm impressed. This shit is wild. These niggas are wildin'. Yes. I'm impressed with how Matt Gaetz decided, because here's the thing, is Matt Gaetz always knew he fucked a 17-year-old girl, right? He could have just shut the fuck up, right? He could have been dead fucking quiet, but he like had to go on fucking Tucker Carlson. Like, I don't know if you guys realize that, but like he requested to go on Tucker Carlson. Tucker Carlson did not request to interview him. He was like, no, I want to go on Tucker Carlson and I want to talk a bunch of shit about fucking a 17-year-old woman. Like, yikes, dude. Fucking yikes. Oh, this I feel like this might take down Stone. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Roger Stone is a fucking lunatic, but let me continue with this shit. As part of the effort to obtain a pardon, Greenberg wrote multiple drafts of his confession letter. Whoa. The Daily Beast obtained two typed versions and an earlier handwritten one. That's just so... Why in the fuck would you do... Yeah, Tucker Carlson sucks. Tucker Carlson. But I'm just like, why the fuck would you do this? Like... like these people have to have, like, Giuliani wasn't around. Like, yo, if you're not going to pardon him, you should probably not have him write all the illegal shit that he's done down and sign it. You know what I mean? Or at least tell him, like, yo, you should definitely not have him write all the illegal shit that he and other people were involved in down and sign it. Like, what the fuck, dude? The Daily Beast obtained two typed versions in an earlier he hand wrote it. What the fuck, man? Certified forensic document examiner and handwriting expert Wendy Carlson compared the letter to writing samples obtained through two public records requests. She said it was her professional expert opinion that the person who authored a 2019 financial disclosure for Joel Greenberg, as well as Greenberg's 2020 Board of Elections form, was the same as the author of the letter. The person who authored the forms has been identified as the person who authored the letter, Carlson said. Now that's shaky science, don't get me wrong, but that's still like, yo, like, why in the fuck? Oh my God. These are the worst. Rich people are such shitty criminals. They only get away with crimes because they're rich. Like, that's literally it. These are the shittiest, worst fucking criminals ever. In those letters, Greenberg detailed his relationship with Gaetz. He confessed to paying young women for sex, and he claimed that he, Gaetz, and others had sex with a minor they believed to be 19 at the time. Greenberg said he learned she was underage on September 14, 2017 from an anonymous tip and quickly contacted Gaetz. Immediately, I called the congressman and warned him to stay clear of this person and informed him she was underage, Greenberg wrote. He was equally shocked and disturbed by this revelation. And I mean, okay, I know people are going to be quick to be like, well, what was she doing? Why was she lying about her age? Which is beyond the fucking point. If you're like in your mid-20s, early 30s, and you're trying to smash teenagers, you are sus, period. Like, you are just point blank, period, fucking sus. Like, that's so fucking gross, my dude. Like, I don't know, dude. Like, it's crazy how unbelievably easy it is to not fuck underage girls. Like, you know what I mean? Does that make sense? Am I making sense to anybody? Like, I have never in my life been like, oops, I fucked a teenage girl. Like, I fucked a literal high school student. Like, what the fuck, man? Immediately, I called the Congress. I already read that part. Greenberg continued in the handwritten draft that he confronted the then 17-year-old and explained to her how serious of a situation this was, how many people she put in danger. She apologized and recognized that by lying about her age, she endangered many people, he continued. There was no further contact with this individual until after her 18th birthday. So then you were a creeper and you were just like, oh, fuck, I accidentally fucked a 17-year-old girl. Well, I guess I just better wait till she's 18 so I can keep fucking her. Like, what the fuck, dude? But after she reached the age of legal consent in Florida, Greenberg reestablished contact. As the Daily Beast previously reported, about 5 months after her 18th birthday, he only waited 5 months. Gaetz sent Greenberg $900 in 2 Venmo transactions, one titled Test and the other titled Hit Up Blank. The blank, however, was a nickname for this girl, and Greenberg paid her and 2 other women a total of $900 about 6 hours later. You're meshy. In his confession letter, Greenberg also admitted he facilitated Gaetz' interaction with college students and paid them on his behalf. Yo, you're a fucking weirdo. I'm sorry, dude. Like, if you're in college and you're trying to fuck other college students, that's cool. But like, you're a grown ass man trying to fuck college co-eds. That's such a weird and fucking gross situation. It's basically like diet high school students. I don't know if you guys know if you've ever met college freshmen, or like shit that they talk about of the experiences or that they have or situations that they've been in. They're pretty much still high school students. They just have to fucking actually try in school. That's the only difference. All of the girls were in college or post-college, and it was not uncommon for either myself or the congressman to help any one of these girls financially. Whether it was a car payment, a flight home to see their family, or something as simple as helping pay a speeding ticket, Greenberg wrote. A partial record of Greenberg's Venmo and Cash App transactions suggests that payments were usually for a lot more than gas money. The Daily Beast identified more than 150 Venmo payments from Greenberg to women, as well as more than 70 additional payments on the Cash App that were generally between $300 and $500, though some exceeded $1,000. That's a lot of gas money. That must be driving fucking like 1976 Humvees or some shit like that, because that seems like a lot of gas money. The Daily Beast also talked to 12 of the more than 40 different women who received money, and they all said they understood Greenberg was paying them, at least in part, for sex. Greenberg, a disgraced local politician in Florida, currently faces a sweeping 33-count indictment that ranges from stalking to sex trafficking. In March, the New York Times revealed that the initial investigation of the Seminole County tax official expanded as agents looked into his role in arranging paid sexual encounters for his friend, Matt Gaetz. Federal prosecutors, I know that picture. I'm not gonna scroll down. I'm gonna cover it because I know that picture is gonna be fucking gold. Federal prosecutors have not criminally charged Gaetz or even publicly confirmed the expansion of their probe. While Gaetz acknowledges the existence of the investigation, he denies having sex with an underage teen. As well he should. I'm sure his lawyer probably told him to do that. But at some point, Greenberg began to cooperate with investigators, a development his lawyer has suggested poses a serious problem for Gaetz. That defense lawyer, Fritz Scheller, declined to comment on the story, citing attorney-client privilege. Gaetz' office did not respond. However, Logan Circle Group, an outside public relations firm Gaetz has hired, sent the following statement. So he hired a PR firm to deal with this. I'm sure he was advised to do that by his lawyer after the Tucker Carlson interview that panned out swimmingly, did it not? But Congressman Gaetz has never paid for sex, nor has he had sex with a 17-year-old as an adult. We are now 1 month after your outlet and others first reported such lies, and no one has gone on record to directly accuse him of either. Politico, however, has reported Mr. Greenberg threatening to make false accusations against others, which seems noteworthy for your story and in fact sounds like the entirety of your story. Congressman Gaetz has had no role in advocating for or against a pardon for Greenberg and doubts such a pardon was ever even considered. Like how it starts that he has never paid for sex instead of the sex with a minor allegation. Oh yeah, for sure. He's been like steadily tap dancing around that. A 20-year gap. Yeah, that shit's gross. Enjoyed dinner with Roger Stone and Seminole County tax collector and Second Amendment champion Joel Greenberg. Oh my God, just look at that. That just looks like they know those men. That's the face of men who know where to find and purchase roofies, right? The Politico article does not say Greenberg was threatening to make false accusations against others, but does say that an associate claimed Greenberg had warned friends that everyone is going to need a lawyer. Yikes. Neither the U.S. Secret Service nor federal prosecutors with the Middle District of Florida would provide comment for this article either, citing a policy of not confirming or denying the existence of an ongoing investigation. Ooh. That means that there is an ongoing investigation. If they didn't immediately say nah, that means there is an investigation. In the final months of the Trump presidency, Greenberg and Stone exchanged several texts about a pardon over the encrypted messaging app Signal. While images show that the pair frequently set messages to automatically delete, Greenberg regularly took screenshots of their conversations. Stone, who received a presidential commutation in July but at the time had not yet been pardoned, communicated with Greenberg for months about his desire for a pardon. The messages show that in November, the pair discussed putting together a document which later took the form of a confession letter and the background missive about all the ways in which Greenberg had been loyal to Trump. In their early conversations, Greenberg told Stone that the letter was about 8 to 10 pages and asked if it should be shortened. No, Stone replied. Oh my God, and they actually got the screenshots? Okay, hold up. No, Stone replied. Use as much space as you need to tell the story fully, but be certain to include your leadership for Trump prominently. Greenberg almost immediately responded that he had killed himself for Trump, and I've killed myself for Matt, he said. Oof, that's gotta hurt. That's gotta hurt. My heart bleeds. See this? See that right there? That right there is the tiniest violin in the world. Poor Matt. Et tu, Brute? And we got the receipts. We have the receipts. Thoughts and prayers. Oh my God. Roger Stone. Oh my goodness. The letter went through multiple drafts and detailed Greenberg's encounters with Gaetz, but it also focused on Greenberg's early support of Trump's run in 2016, such as posting a Super Trump highway billboard on Interstate 4. A version of the letter actually includes the image Greenberg used for the billboard. Yo, what's up, CJ? On November 20th, 2020, Stone told Greenberg he had received the document and would show it to the team that got me my commutation. I will review it with them and give you a budget. This is very doable and the time is now, Stone wrote. Yikes. An update from Stone came just after midnight on December 8th. Your thing is being looked at, and I will have an answer by Saturday as to whether you have a viable shot for justice and how to go about it. So that's got to feel really shitty. Imagine doing, well, I mean, you don't have to imagine because it's what happened, but like, imagine you've been fucking kids, stalking kids, fucking threatening political opponents, all kinds of crazy fucking like Grand Theft Auto illegal shit, right? So you're already fucked, right? So you're trying to get a pardon. So you talk to the guy, and the guy tells you to write all of this shit down, right? So you're double fucked. Like, you're extra fucked. Like, super Crisco fucked, right? So you've written all this shit down, handwritten it, and signed it. And then you're just like, oh, whoops, we forgot to pardon you. Yeah, good luck with all that legal shit. Hope they don't find that letter. And then they find it. And now you're just like fucking schlumped. Thank you so much, Roger. Greenberg replied, oof, you hate to see it. I mean, you love to see it because these people are fucking scumbags, but like, you couldn't write a movie this juicy. I am very thankful for you. I pray that the Lord will help. I remain optimistic and will wait to hear back from you. It's always wild to me how fucking pseudo-religious and sanctimonious these fucking pieces of shit always end up like being. Stone quickly sought to dampen expectations surrounding the whole pardon circus. Yikes. This is treacherous territory with a lot of different players such as Jared and Giuliani playing a hand, Stone wrote, presumably referring to Trump advisor Jared Kushner and the president's personal lawyer Rudy Giuliani. I have two things I'm trying to get done. Sit tight. On December 21st, Greenberg told Stone that government investigators were pressing him to cooperate. The FBI, DOJ, Secret Service, and a bunch of people from D.C. have repeatedly made attempts to meet with my sick lately. I have declined, but they are definitely ramping up pressure. Yikes. So, you're getting weed manned on your pardon. You're just like, yo, oh my God, I did all this crazy shit. I fucked these kids. I threatened these kids. Can you please pardon me? I need you to pardon me. And Roger Stone just like, yo, I'll be there in like 30 minutes. I just left. I'm on the way. I promise. They want me to flip, he continued. They have made offers which I've declined. I even fired my lawyers this week because they tried to convince me to cooperate and that a pardon was impossible. Oh my God, dude. Joel Greenberg got fucked. Greenberg then revealed to Stone that his former lawyers were aware of the whole story regarding Matt Gaetz' role. My lawyers that I fired know the whole story about Matt Gaetz' involvement. They know he paid me to pay the girls and that he and I both had sex with a girl who was underage. So naturally they think that is my golden ticket, Greenberg wrote. Oh my God. So his fucking lawyers straight told him to snitch. He is like, nah, we ain't snitching. We stop snitching life out here. We thugging out here. About to get that presidential pardon. We thugging. And Roger Stone was just like, yo, I'm on the way. I'm like 20 minutes away. I swear. I'm like right around the corner. Oh my God. And while I have not had any communication with Matt Gaetz, he absolutely has to know that the sex charge they hit me with would be what they would hit him with, Greenberg continued. Yikes. A distressed Greenberg told Stone that he felt abandoned by his allies, but emphasized that Gaetz, who was like a son to the President of the United States, could save him. One conversation with POTUS and he can get this done and it all goes away. Ooh, that's what I just love. That faint glimmer of hope that he had, and it was just ripped away from him. Now he's got to snitch on all of his piece of shit friends. Greenberg said that while he had discussed pardons with Gaetz' lawyer, he had not heard a reply and would have to do what's best for me and my family after Trump left office. You think Matt Gaetz is going to come visit me in prison, he said, and then proposed the $250,000 Bitcoin deposit. Stone replied that he had considered those points but cannot push too hard because of the nonsense surrounding pardons. The weed man calls you and is like, yo, my bad, yo, I got a flat tire. As Trump neared his final days in office, he signaled an intent to issue a wave of pardons. Stone communicated with Greenberg for months about his efforts to navigate the heavy traffic of pardon seekers. Reports at the time suggested legal reprieve could be had for the right price. So this man Trump was literally selling pardons. How is this? Is this even legal? There's no way this is fucking legal. There's no way that this is like just okay. Today is the day. We will know by the end of the day. I think you sent me some document, but it disappeared. Yo, imagine sending someone a fucking handwritten and signed confession to all the crimes you committed to get a pardon, and they tell you that they fucking lost it. Holy fuck, dude. This is some of the most amazing shit I've ever read. I hope you are prepared to wire me $250,000 because I am feeling confident. My man's like, yo, and then he still wants your money. So, oh my God, imagine you committed hella crimes, heinous crimes, stalking, fucking sex trafficking, fucking statutory rape, hella heinous ass crimes, right? You're trying to get a pardon. Mans tells you, yo, just write the shit down in your own handwriting, sign it, and send it to me. You do it. He says, yo, my bad, yo, I lost the shit. But yeah, you go ahead and get your money ready though. Go ahead and get ready to send me that 250 stacks. Holy fuck, dude. Holy fuck. I had no idea that Roger Stone was this insane. Like, I knew Roger Stone was wacky. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, we've been having a conversation in here. But this man, Roger Stone, is straight up functioning like the weed man that's, like, taking forever. You know what I mean? Like, this shit is crazy. These are the worst fucking criminals ever. I already said it, but it bears repeating. The only reason these people get away with committing crimes is because they're fucking rich, dog. There's no way. If holy shit, dude. Holy fuck. Exactly, numbers guy. Exactly. So on December 23rd, President Trump pardoned Stone for the crimes he was convicted of in 2019. The next day, on Christmas Eve, Stone acknowledged to Greenberg that he was having difficulty with the Gaetz dimension. Oh my God! So, You're hitting this dude up like, yo, please let me get a pardon. He's like, yo, I got you. He gets pardoned, right? He gets pardoned himself. Tells you that he loses your fucking confession letter, and it's like, I don't know about that pardon, my dude. I don't know. We're fresh out of pardons. I think I don't know about all that. Holy fuck, this is amazing. It is hard for me to understand why Matt Gaetz would do nothing. Yes, he is potentially damaged if the matter goes forward, Stone wrote. The three men, Greenberg, Stone, and Gaetz, all shared a friendship dating back several years, and Stone couldn't figure out why Gaetz wouldn't help Greenberg get a pardon. But on the morning of, he wanted to stay far away from this shit. You could already tell. But on the morning of January 13th, Greenberg received this text from Stone. Today is the day. We will know by the end of the day. I think you sent me some document, but it disappeared. I hope you are prepared to wire me $250,000 because I am feeling confident. There is only a week left in the Trump presidency. It's unclear if money was ever exchanged, but Greenberg offered to pay extra if Stone could, in fact, get him a pardon. If you can get this done today, I'll add another $50K. Holy shit, 300 stacks for the pardon, Greenberg texted Stone. In a subsequent message, Stone wrote that White House lawyer Pat Cipollone took Greenberg's name out of the list of hundreds of people who might get pardoned. Cipollone didn't respond to multiple requests for comment Thursday, but according to three people familiar with the matter, Greenberg's name repeatedly made it to the Trump White House for a presidential pardon. The Daily Beast was shown an image of one such list, and Greenberg's name and a favorable mini profile are indeed included. Yikes, so they legit were gonna pardon him. Sheesh, I meant you were this close to tasting victory, and you got clapped anyway. Administration officials swiftly shot down Greenberg's application, however, and several senior White House officials at the time said they were not even aware that Stone was involved in a behind-the-scenes maneuvering. But as Stone explained in a January 30th text, a full 10 days after Trump left office, Gaetz was partly to blame. What I don't understand is why MJ would not help me at all and actually told me not to help you, which I tried to do anyway. In the end, it would not have mattered. Cipollone killed everything we wanted to get done, and that includes stuff MG wanted, Stone wrote, immediately clarifying that MJ was a typo and that he meant MG. Yikes. Okay, he actually said not to help me? Wow, Greenberg replied. Ooh, that's gotta hurt. If you repeat it, you're really going to hurt me, Stone warned. Ooh! I won't, Roger. I don't and haven't talked to him. I won't, Greenberg said. There's so much scandal. Ooh, fuck these people. I made no formal or informal effort in regard to a pardon from Mr. Greenberg. I never requested or received a penny from Mr. Greenberg. Roger Stone to the Daily Beast. Naturally, Roger Stone couldn't keep his big fucking mouth shut, so I guess we'll get to that quote eventually. Stone acknowledged Thursday night that there may be copies of correspondence between me and Mr. Greenberg, but he questioned whether they were complete, unedited, or accurate. Of course, he's going to say they were Photoshop. That's what you do. I made no formal or informal effort in regard to a pardon from Mr. Greenberg, Stone said. I recall requesting a document explaining his prosecution, the details of which I was unfamiliar with. I never requested or received a penny from Mr. Greenberg, he added. I recall him offering to retain me and I declined. To be clear, I did advocate pardons for a number of people who had been unfairly treated by the justice system and was compensated by no one for doing so. Yikes. Urge you to be very careful, Stone said at the end of his text. I will take any appropriate legal action in the event that you publish anything that is false or defamatory. Sounds to me like you have been presented some kind of cut and paste record. With additional reporting by Aswin, Subsang, and Matt Fuller. Yikes. Roger Stone. Classic crazy Roger Stone. It's like, if you got screenshots of me, they're Photoshop, and if you publish them, I'm going to sue you. Ooh, wow. Wowie, wow. That was a satisfying news section after no news yesterday, huh? That was some shit. That was some shit that I am all for abolition, like prison abolition and stuff, but those people need to go to fucking jail. Those people need to go to fucking jail. And it's crazy that, hey, he's talking about people unfairly treated by the justice system. like Trump didn't fucking lock up a bunch of peaceful protesters and shit last year. And now it is hunt time. I'm gonna play some Hunt Showdown. We're gonna play together. It's gonna be entertaining. We're gonna talk about memes and stuff. If Vibe is still in here, we could talk about communism. I could talk about Anarchata. I identify politically with the positions of Anarchata. You might have seen it on like my profile and stuff. Just basically just black anarchism. Just another way to say black anarchism. But anarchism falls under the umbrella of communism. And honestly, saying that I'm a communist fucking triggers the fuck out of conservatives and right wingers. So I like saying that I'm a communist, even though I'm technically not really a communist. I mean, I am technically a communist, but that's not what I identify with first and foremost. Let me update the stream. Update the stream. Oh, that sucks. It was already... I forgot to change it from Hunt Showdown to just chatting, so... It's cool, though. I'm gonna play some more quick play. Innocent men paying 200% the average yearly pay for a pardon to cover things that definitely weren't crimes. Pretty much. But that's the stipulation of a pardon, though, right? That's the trap. That's how you get fucked. Is like, in order to be pardoned, you have to be convicted of a crime. Like, and then pardoned. Like, a pardon is not like catching a PBJ, where the judge is basically like, I know you did some shit, but I'm not going to convict you of anything. You just mind your P's and Q's for X amount of time. Doesn't work like that, right? A pardon is literally like, a judge has already convicted and sentenced you. You're like in jail or whatever. And, yeah. It's different from a sentence commutation. I think, okay, so a pardon is that, like, I don't know. I'm totally fucking out of touch on this shit. I don't know what any of this shit means. It's all fucking stupid. Don't listen to me. I only know shit about video games and not wanting to go to work and unions. It's taking a little while to get into this match. Matchmaking is taking sweet old time. Oh yeah. Boom. 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 Oh. I'm wearing my clown uniform today. Speaking of underage girls, I got on my auto bar security uniform. While we're on the topic of teenage girls. Big fucking yikes, huh? Yeah, big yikes-a-roni on that one. Boom, bum, bum. Alright, finally about to be in the game. Your hunter will be lost in a fiery blaze. What's up, Princess Jasmine? Yeah, good evening to you too. Thanks for stopping by. I'm pretty good. It was a long day today. I had a long day at work, but it's all good. I'm home now. I'm relaxed. I had a nice meal. I'm ready to play some Hunt Showdown. I hope you're doing well as well. I'm glad you're doing well. Thank you. Oh, why did they give me this? I wanted shotties. I guess they're silenced, so it's not that bad. I guess that one's the closest. Where am I on the map? Yeah, I'll go this way. I saw him. I'm gonna trigger that hive as soon as he comes out. Really? Oh, what? He shot me through the fucking... That's... Oh, he wallbanged me. I knew I shouldn't have did that, but the fucking hive was right there, and I was about to trigger the hive. I'll just rush with the close range joint this time. Hunt music is legendary. What up, Kuma? Yeah, this music is pretty tough. Let's check out the store and see what legendary stuff we got now. The Vanguard. I guess you can dual wield the Jekyll and Hyde. That's pretty cool. See what other legend. I already got the Gator. That's a cool looking Caldwell rival. That's pretty neat. The Blood Orchid. What's this look like? That is a cool looking machete. Prestige reward. The Scavenger Snare. This is cool looking too. Oh, I'm in the game. EA Sports. Eat a dick. You like that one, Big Richard Lizard Man? How could I not? EA Sports. Eat a dick. That, oh yeah, it's very brand accurate. That might as well be what the pre-game like credit screen or like the stinger. Yeah, the game just might as well say EA Sports. Fuck you. Give us your money. Hurry up, close the rift. Take the guns before I get shot. You working hard? Hardly working. I'm hardly laughing. I'm already at work. I don't have time for another job where I pretend you're funny. That dude is a fucking champ. Why you do me like that, blood? I'm just playing. I might catch the wellspring this game. We'll see what happens. Because all these clues are pretty close to me. What? Oh my goodness. Holy shit, dude. I landed. Oh my god. That was wild, Trey. That was fucking wild. I landed like 5 fucking shots on them and shotties. They had to have healed up. They had to have had a stem shot or something behind that tree. There's no fucking way. Either that or they were just straight up cheating. I landed like 5 fucking shots on them. What the fuck? Dance around the tree forever. Remember, they're probably reloading. I want the nigga in the top hat anyway. Am I going to jump on Hood when it comes out? Yeah, actually. Kuma and I are probably going to be on that. So I'll probably for sure be on there. Yeah, it looks good. It looks pretty good. It looks very similar to this game. You think they took a vitality shot? Yeah, probably. I keep wanting to say stim shots because of Call of Duty. This beat slaps. Oh my goodness, I'm pretty mad about that, but I'm confident about this next game. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna do something this game here. Hey, let's do it. Roxy, heyo, how you doing? How you feeling tonight? Good to see you. Or rather, good to know that you are in my chat, because I can't see you right now. but you can see me. Bum, bum. You're at my window. Oh, fuck. I usually don't wear pants for these things. It's like I had to wear pants because one time I like got up to go get something to drink and my dummy thick cheeks were out and I was really scared I was going to get channel banned. But it's cool because it didn't happen. Doom 3 flashbacks? Yeah. That shit was mad funny. I miss that house a lot sometimes. That game was tough. That was not the best Doom, but it was a pretty good Doom. It was an unexpected Doom. The only thing I didn't like about it was the fact that you couldn't have your gun and your flashlight out at the same time. That was pretty corny. You had to mod it on PC if you wanted to have a flashlight on your gun. And it was literally just called the duct tape mod. You would just duct tape the flashlight to the bottom of your gun. Fuck Grimmy though? Yeah, that's what I've been hearing lately. That's what I've been hearing lately. It's kind of a bummer. Kind of a bummer. On that note, it's been pretty. Wait, what I've been hearing? I can message you privately about that later on because I was actually just about to get into. It's pretty fucking wild. All this. I don't know if you saw the DC MDVA, the DC Maryland Virginia Creeps fucking Instagram profile, and like the shit about Abe Adelmagid and fucking like Colin Rudd and shit on there. Like, fucking yikes, dude. Fucking yikes. DM me when oh yeah. So long story short, the profile is gone. I don't know how to link you to it, but essentially Abe Abdelmagid got caught out as like having fucking roofied or like otherwise abused or like fucking like raped like mad women. Mad women. It's pretty fucking nuts. This is someone I knew like immediately after high school and hung out with for all of like 6 months to a year maybe. Yeah, Roxy, it's pretty fucking insane. Pretty insane the extent to which all the shit went. I hate this section of the map. Grimmy is my platonic life partner. I hope he's not wrapped up in some shit. Oh, no, I don't believe so. Because I fucked with Grimmy too. I mean, I still fuck with Grimmy. Present tense. I'll pick that up. This game is called Hunt Showdown, and it's PvP, but there's ads in the game, and there's permadeath in the main game type. Rest in peace. He tried. Lord knows he tried. Now, how do I get in this fucker? Thank you. I mean, I already shot. Might as well. Definitely heard crows near me. I was gonna say, I know someone has to get the wellspring. Thank you for the explanation, Princess Jasmine. Yeah, this game is hard, but it's so rewarding. Like when you actually get kills. I'm gonna try in third party. Oh, I'm stupid. I just stood there with my head out. Rocket League, Minecraft, Fall Guys. Those games are all fun, though. I played all those games. Well, not Minecraft. I got kind of bored with Minecraft. I played, I was playing, what's that game called? Rust for a little minute. Yeah, that was pretty unlucky. What up, Vibe? Good to see you. Yeah, Fall Guys is great. You were getting tilted at Rocket League for a while? We were just talking about Rocket League, actually. Ooh, and I got Incendiary for my Martini Henry. Rocket League is a vibe. The people get sweaty on Rocket League though, like unnecessarily sweaty. I can't deal sometimes. This shit is so tough looking. I'm so happy I unlocked this. I'm kind of sad I didn't get the like Plague Doctor skin, but I'm glad I at least got the skin for the Bomb Lance, the Scythe skin. That shit just looks mad tough. You're sweaty on Rocket League, Vibe? That's funny. Yeah, it's easy to get super into, but it's so hard to actually like get good at. Hella sweaty, Sweat Lord, Rocket League Sweat Lord. That's chill. It's understandable. What ranks are y'all? I haven't played in so long. I couldn't tell you anything about the game. I don't know what rank I am, honestly. I played on PS4 though, back when it like first came out on PS4. That's a really nice cavalry saber. Oh, excuse me. That's a pretty nice one too. It's basically just like a bayonet. The legendary skins in this game are all pretty nice. I really like this one. I just wish the hand cannon didn't sunk. You don't even know what day it is anymore. That's funny. It's a pretty dope skin. I like that skin. The gator. This is pretty cool. Reaper's Hand. It's a pretty cool heavy knife skin. I'm in the game. Champ. About communism? I didn't really talk about it yet. I could talk about it. What do you know about communism? What have you been told about communism? What do you think communism is? Yeah, I was too busy laughing about Matt Gaetz. We were having a giggle about Matt Gaetz being a pedo, paying for sex. It's not really funny at all, but oh, get away from me! Get away from me, bro! I thought that was Mosin. I was excited. Not dealing with that. So everyone gets a job. That's sort of true. You have to give food. No, that food, not a So that's kind of true. What you're describing is more like socialism. So communism is literally just a classless money of a stateless society. Rip. Hello? How much damage did I do to him? That was crazy. That's... oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Like everyone will just be poor? Nah, not really. Like you can't have a nice gaming setup? No, you totally could. You totally could. It's just so like things exist without profit motive. You know what I mean? Like sometimes people invent things just because they like them, or like people have things because they want them. You know what I mean? The only reason that moneyless sounds bad is because I feel like you have attached money to like how society is just supposed to work. Like capitalism is just like the way that things have to be. So like remember when we talked about earlier how you like, and it's not just you, I'm not saying like you specifically, but like in general, when I thought this when I was a kid, I was like, okay, if I could just have a machine or like clone myself to do all of my schoolwork and all of my homework, so then that would leave me with time to play video games, draw, do art, play music, all that stuff, right? Imagine if that were actually a thing, right? You actually get like a fairy fucking like godmother or whatever that's like, I'm gonna grant you one wish, and you wish for a clone of yourself that goes to school for you and does all that shit for you, right? Now imagine if your parents said, okay, well, since this clone of you exists, we're gonna love the clone. We don't need you anymore. Since all of your work is being done by this soulless machine, this automaton, we are now going to shower it with all the love and affection, and you are going to go out on the street. That sounds fucking silly, right? It sounds real fucking silly. That's basically what capitalism teaches you how things have to be. If you come up with something that does the work for you, if you can't do that work, then there's no need to pay you. And if you don't get paid, then how are you supposed to make a living, right? Because the whole point of capitalism, right, is that your boss, I don't know if you have a job yet. Sag, my mommy doesn't love me no more. Yeah. I don't know if you've ever had a job or if you had a job yet, but the constant conflict you will run into no matter where you work, unless you work for like a workers co-op or start your own business or something like that. And even then you'll just be on the reverse side of it if you start your own business, more than likely, unless you are trying to form a workers co-op. But essentially it boils down to this. Your boss or your manager wants you to work the most amount of hours for the least amount of pay. However, you would like to work the least amount of hours for the most amount of pay, yes? Naturally, because of what is called profit and the exploitation and extraction of your excess value of your labor, this is like stuff that Karl Marx talked about. You are doing the only reason you're getting money, right? You are getting paid $20 an hour, right? let's say you find a job for $20 an hour. The only reason that you are getting paid $20 an hour at that job is because the work you do is worth way more than $20, right? Otherwise, they wouldn't hire you because there would be no profit, because that's the primary motivator of all things under capitalism, the acquisition of more capital. Yes. So as a owner, as a sheesh, not bad, $20, it doesn't sound bad until you realize that what your value in terms of the labor you produce is actually worth is like $100. And that's what I was getting at, right? Say you make $20 an hour, but the amount of work that you do is actually it's producing $100 an hour worth of value. And your boss will pay you $20 and then pocket the other 80. That's how capitalism works. Mad, you want your $100? Yeah, of course. That's communism, though. This is when you actually own the means of production because he wants to make money. Yeah, exactly. That's capitalism. He is producing nothing of value in terms of the exchange and what happens after you produce your labor. He has no impact on how efficiently you do your labor. He just comes in after the fact to say, I made the initial investment, or my name is on the building, whatever. Therefore, even though I've contributed nothing to this process, I am now going to take the lion's share of the value that has been created from it, because capitalism. That's profit. Profit is you are necessarily being exploited no matter what position you have. And that works for upper management. Like, the one thing you'll learn about managers is that managers don't know shit, right? The grunts, the lowest level workers, are always way more knowledgeable than managers, right? The only thing and this is what pisses me off about people who are like, CEOs deserve millions and billions of dollars or whatever, because nobody knows how to do their job. They're in their position because they can handle that level of stress. They can do that level of organization, blah, 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 blah. The only thing that you need to know how to do to be a fucking manager or a CEO or a COO or whatever is answer the fucking phone. That is it. The only thing you have to be able to do is make other people do things for you. That is, you have to manage other people. That is it. You manage other people who have the skills necessary to do the job that needs to be done, and you just extract the excess value from them. Communism stops that because it makes the workers who actually produce all of that labor, they are the ones who own the means of production. So therefore, instead of the boss coming in and saying, hey, you guys are doing all this work in my building, therefore this $100 that you guys have worked to create, I'm going to take 80 of it and you guys take 20. Instead of that happening, the workers themselves are the managers. So democratically, they all decide amongst each other, this is the amount of money we're going to pay ourselves. This is the amount of time off we're going to agree to take. If somebody's going to be fired, we all need to have to vote on that. And it's actual democracy in the workplace, right? Because capitalism is the opposite of democracy. It's literally just dictatorship of the person with the most capital. The richest person in the room makes the fucking rules, whether you work for them or not. What if one dumbass just decides to make all the money? Well, that's a problem you have to constantly fight against. That's an issue with socialism, to where once you're making transitions from capitalism to communism, you will always have those elements within the society that will just want to become the new ruling class, the new ruling party, right? And you have to constantly fight to make sure that there's maintained what's called a dictatorship of the proletariat, which sounds scary, but really just what it means is that the poorest and most vulnerable people and the workers who actually produce all of the wealth that the country enjoys. So like Amazon workers, truck drivers, fucking burger flippers, all that shit that society has designated as useless and fucking unskilled labor, but we paradoxically can't fucking live without. Those people will be the ones making the rules. The reason why I don't identify primarily with communism, because my primary political motivation, like my primary political goal, is abolition. Like, communism is cool. That's like totally a good idea and we should push for that. But like the thing that motivates me politically and the thing I probably talk the most about is abolition, because the prison system is modern day slavery. Like, if you read the 13th Amendment, it'll tell you that slavery is abolished except for when it can be used as punishment for a federal crime. So we literally still have slaves in the United States. It's just that nobody cares, nobody talks about them because they're felons, so they're okay to hate and write off. Because they work for almost nothing. Yeah, they work for pennies on the dollar. Yeah, and they have to work. There's no option. Yep. And a lot of the time they ended up in that position for bullshit reasons, is the other thing. When they get in trouble, they just get beat. Yeah, there's lots of abuse that happens in prison with guards assaulting prisoners. Thought I found a Dolch? Yeah, couldn't be that lucky. The Bornheim is not bad, though. That is very unlucky. Where can I run to get away from those fuckers? I'll just kite him through this door. Not the bees. Do I think there's any racism towards white people? I think there's prejudice towards white people, but racism itself necessarily implies the existence of an overarching system, and in the United States of America, at least, this institutional racism, like the systemic racism, is on behalf of white people. So, like, white people are the ones that control the system of racism in the United States. So, you can be, like, individually racist to a white person. Like, you can call a white person a cracker, or, like, be really mean to white people individually, I guess. But in terms of, like, overarching systems that disadvantage specific types of people, then that definitely goes in the opposite direction. Pretty much anyone who isn't white gets fucked over by the system. Whether they're talking about the criminal justice system or, like, homeowners associations, that type of shit. If you're not white, you're probably getting fucked. Yeah. Let me try and hurry up and get this wellspring before I start getting shot at. The Chinese immigrants building the railroads? Oh, fuck yeah. Yeah. That's one of the most egregious examples. The Japanese internment camps that we had during World War II, like, our policy with Filipinos, like, I say we. I mean, like America, United States has done a lot of really fucked up things to Asian Americans and people from the Asian diaspora, like both domestic and abroad. Mark Twain straight up like condemned the United States for our actions in the Philippines. Rich white people make all the rules. Yeah, well, that's the important thing, right? Is that the modifier is class. Like in a state like West Virginia, like absolutely, poor white people get it just as bad as the fucking black people. You know what I mean? That's a bomb lance. I kind of want it, but I want this wellspring more. Fuck out my face. I might actually take that bomb lance. I think I'm gonna take that bomb lance. I got 2 concertina bombs. Do I have any traps? No. I know what I'll do. Close the doors first, and then when anyone comes in here, they're definitely getting concertina bombs. 1000%. Alright, anyone peeks that window, they're getting bomb lanced. Yeah, this is a nice loadout. And white Americans have been pretty, but that's the thing though, right? Is that the term white has changed so drastically over time. White used to only be Anglo-Saxon Americans. Then Italians and Irish people got, you know, they became honorary inductees into the unofficial white people club. You know what I mean? Jewish people still aren't considered white, depending on who you ask. Like, it's just wild. Come on in. This was a stupid idea. I'm stupid. I don't know why I did that. Larry Salisbury. This is a game called Hunt Showdown. And I mean, you don't have to have it bad. You know what I'm saying? The thing is like, there's always like the absolute floor of the American experience is like unimaginable for most people, right? Like the poorest, most impoverished people in America is shit that's like fucking like third world, what you would consider to be like third world country conditions, right? Or what you would call that. People that don't have running water, people that don't have electricity, people that don't even own a pair of fucking shoes, right? Like that type of shit exists in America. So you don't have to be that to get shitted on by the system, right? Like those are the people that get the most shitted on because those are the people that have the least amount of resources to extricate themselves from that particular position in society. But like, you don't have to be a fucking like barefoot coal miner in West Virginia to understand that shit is fucked up and the system is fucking all of us, right? Because that's where a lot of people get fucked up too, is that they really, really, really want to believe that there's a middle class because they really want to believe that they're one bright idea away from making their first $1 million and being Jeff Bezos. They're closer to that than they are one $500 emergency and getting fucking evicted, right? Just a way more comforting thought. How Irish immigrants were treated? Oh, Irish weren't even immigrants at first. They were fucking indentured servants. Like, they were never slaves. Let's get our terms correct here. Irish were never slaves, but they were definitely under indentured servitude. Like, the difference between slavery and indentured servitude is like indentured servitude has an end. But slavery, they actually established, like, not only will you be a slave your entire life, but if you